Hi, and welcome back to Budget Beauty's The Breakdown. I am Lindsay Beatty, and I am the force and creative force behind Budget Beauty. And so, this series, as we've done before, breaks down a look that I've already done, and I do the reverse. I talk about the products that I use for an already completed look. So today I did a look earlier. I went to work as usual because usually I do my work. I do my makeup work for either going out or for work or a special event or something. But most likely it's going to be for work. So here we are. Um, so I did this for work. I went out. I was on a job site today, and so I just wanted I wanted a really clean glam look. I'm wearing as you can see, you can kind of sort of see my sweater. It's a sweater dress I got from Old Navy, because I stay in Old Navy. I wore this sweater dress and it's brown, and so I decided I was gonna do some matching like goldish brown makeup to go with it. And so here we are. So to get started, as y'all know, I use primer. And I'm trying to see, did I grab my primer? I didn't. So let me grab it just a second. I used, as usual, it is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion Anti-Aging. I very quickly applied that this morning and it dried in probably about 2 minutes. It was quick drying because I had to very quickly do my makeup this morning because I was running a little late. And so once I got that on, I actually did my lips first this morning, instead of doing the rest of my eyes while I was waiting for my eyes to dry. I did my underline, and I used this new liner that I got. This is the Lash Princess Liquid Liner, Black Waterproof by Essence. And as you can see, it's dark. It's still there. It's pretty long wear. Now, keep in mind too, when I'm telling you all of this, I did my makeup probably about 9:30 ish. I finished about 9:45 ish. Um, this is long wear, so it's been on, and it's like 4 o'clock now. So it's been on for probably about 7 hours. Little less than 7 hours. So what you're seeing is results from 7 hours of 7 hours of use. So yeah, it's fairly long lasting here. I could conceivably touch it up, and I will. I'm actually gonna touch this up. So I'm gonna use this and drop something else. I dropped another tool. Whoops. Uh, so I'm gonna touch this up just a tad, because I feel like it needs some touch up. Also this morning I had a problem with my eyes watering, so it kind of took off a little bit what I had already put on. And I'm okay with using with the ColourPop. So I'm using ColourPop, the liner for ColourPop, the gel cream, the cream gel liner. I'm using, of course, in the shade Swerve. I'm using that to touch this up just a tad. Um, and it doesn't really require a lot of touch up. Um, it really doesn't. As you can see, I did a little wing on both sides. My wings are never going to be lined up in the same. It's just never. So I'm used to that at this point. I just know not to get jumped up about it at this point. Okay, so that's a little bit more touched up. And as you can see here too, the above this is black. It's this. I use this to do the above the board, liner above board. So once I did eyes, I did that part of the eyes. I did my black first, and then I went in. So I decided I was going to give this another try. This is the Wet n Wild multi-use stick, in the shade, and this is a shimmer in the shade Champagne Room. I'm going to tell y'all, My first initial assessment was correct. It did start doing a little bit of creasing on the lids. Even with the shimmer shade, it creased a little bit, and I had excellent primer on. So that's why I said this in my review, and I have posted my text review of these multi-use sticks. I talked about this in that because I said my previous experience with it did crease after about 3 hours. And when I checked this about 1 o'clock ish or so, it had creased. And so I fixed it. I just smoothed it out a little bit with my finger because that's really what I had on hand. I mean, I didn't have anything. I didn't have my tools with me or anything. So I did fix it. And as you can see, it's creasing a little bit right here in the crease in the folds. That's how you can tell that it's creasing. You can see this right here, this little section right here, and you can see it over here too. Now a good shadow and a good even a gel, something like this, creamy like this, you're still going, even with good primer, you shouldn't get creasing, not to this degree. So we are going to touch it up a little bit. We are going to touch it up just a tad, but you shouldn't be getting creasing with good primer. So the way I fixed it earlier was that I just took my finger and smoothed it out. I smoothed out the creasing effects. And it was fine after that. And I probably will still do that here. I'm just going to put a little bit more on. And it's not for lack of having it on either, because I had a lot of it on this morning. Now, I have to say, in defense of it, you see it shows up. It's very bright. It's highly pigmented. I have no issues with the pigmentation in it. It's fantastic. That isn't my problem. It's the creasing after a couple of hours. So, knowing that, like I say, as I said in my review, use it as a base. So like use it as a base and put something else on top of it. And I have other gold shades. Like I say, I have the shadow sticks in gold. And they're fantastic, and they would work as a topper for this. But yeah, it was super annoying that that did that. So what we're gonna do is take this brush on the smudge side. This is the Eco Tools brush, and it tells you on the ends of the brush, it tells you what it is. And so, like, you can barely see it. I'm pretty sure y'all can't see that, but see, it says smudge, and I know my finger's covering it up, but blend. We're going to use the blend part, and I'll see if I can blend it out a little bit to cut back on the creasing a little bit. I don't want to cover up the black though, because then I'd have to go back in and correct the black, and I've already kind of did a little bit there with doing that, with covering up the black, trying to fix this. So yeah, my initial experience with this was correct. I was correct in my initial assessment. I mean, like I say, it wasn't super expensive either. They weren't super expensive, but I shouldn't have to fool with creasing after 3 hours. That's annoying. So, anyway, moving on. I used to cut the crease up here at the top to do my arch. I used this Ruby Kisses pencil waterproof 24-hour eyeliner. It did not move at all. I got great results, and it matches that multi-use stick too. It really, you can see it matches it fairly well, and you can kind of, I mean, you can see the boundary up here. It's in this area right here. You can see it, and it stands out. So it matches it, but it also stands out. It's like maybe a shade. It's got a different shimmer to it, a different shimmer pattern to it. But that's what I used. And as a matter of fact, this pencil was $2.99. I still have the price tag on it. It's fantastic. For $2.99, I'm finna shut up and not complain too much. So, and for the last part of the eyes, we used this new volume booster primer, lash primer by Essence. Y'all saw this in my other one yesterday, my other breakdown yesterday. Fantastic results. And I then used Essence's Lash Princess. This is volume mascara. I use this to do my mascara. And I'm thinking, I mean, you can see my mascara is still popping. Um, but I think I might do a little touch up, and I might touch it up with something else. I think I might do that right now. So what we're gonna touch it up with is maybe the Call Me Queen. Is this? I know that's upside down. Call Me Queen by Essence. This is Dramatic False Lash Effect. So I think I will do that. And I don't really need to do a ton of touching up here. I just kind of want to put another coat on. I mean, you can see my lashes, but that whole black up underneath behind them on the lid is giving the look. And so you can kind of sort of see it. I'm trying to get in a little close to the camera so you can see this. Should be popping. Now, what I would like to do in the summer coming up, in the spring and the summer, I will be swapping out my wardrobe, and we will be a lot more colors, more pastel colors added to the mix. So I look forward to doing that. And then we're gonna take the excess and do it on this eye. Like I say, we don't need a whole lot, and this eye, they're very short and stubby, so we don't need a ton. I will be looking forward to doing some summer looks, especially because I tend to go out more in the summer and go places in the summertime because it's warm and I like getting out the house. And so, like I say, too, also we have wedding anniversary coming up in April with my husband, and so there we will be going out for that, and we will have a special anniversary dinner. And so my birthday's coming up in June. My sister-in-law is getting married, so there will be a special event for that, and I want to do my makeup for that. So I'm not gonna get my makeup done for that. I'm going to do that myself because I am not paying somebody to do my makeup. And I'm excited. I want to see. My sister-in-law is also kind of. I mean, she uses makeup too, so she's a very, very, very pretty girl. She was a model, or at least I take that back. I don't think she was a model. I think she was she was on the like pageants and stuff. So she much like her mama, and so she's really, really pretty girl. So every time I see her, I'm like, girl, what you got on? And she's like, she's like, my sister-in-law is kind of weird. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be weird, sister-in-law, but what are you wearing? She does her makeup very well, and so I'm always looking for tips and always asking folks, what you got on? What kind of makeup how did you do your makeup? Because it's really nice. And so, and I never hesitate to compliment a beautiful woman. Okay, so I'll be like, listen, I will tell you, you look nice when you look nice. So I am always trying to get some tips, and I'm always asking, girl, what you got on? That looks real nice on you. So she had and she told me she used ColourPop, I think it was. She was using ColourPop and Juvia's Place. when we went to the gala, and I was like, "Cause girl, that lipstick on you is popping. It's gorgeous on her." I think she had on lip gloss, and I was like, "Whose lip gloss is that?" Like, let me find out. Let older sissy find out what you got going on. So, yes, I do ask all the time, to people I know, hey, if you wear makeup, what are you wearing? How do you like it? What do you, give me some recommendations. Um, because you can never go wrong with recommendations from folks. Um, so that was eyes. That's all of the eyes taken care of and done. So, I did not wear face makeup, as you can see. And then last night I also did my face routine. Um, I did a little shine control this morning to make sure nothing was crazy and too shiny and all of that, and my skin didn't look weird. So, I I did do my face routine. I did do some face care, skin care routine. I washed it. I washed it with the Hydro Booster, Neutrogena Hydro Booster with the hyaluronic acid in it. That's really nice. It's $23, but it is a big giant, like, bottle of it, pump bottle of it, and it's nice. I like how it foams up. It feels real good on my face. I'm trying not to go run through all of my La Roche Posay, but that's why I didn't want to use La Roche Posay, but I used that. I did some astringent to get rid of the excess dead skin and to get rid of any excess, just in case my washing didn't grab it all of the makeup I had on yesterday. I did use my Neutrogena makeup remover towelettes. I used those. And then once I did all my washing and I did my astringent, I added the moisture back to my face with some Clean and Clear moisturizer. It's their step 3 in their skincare routine, and that added some color back, and then and added moisture back to my face that I may have taken out with the astringent in certain spots. And then I did a little bit of acne control, because I have something going on here at my hairline, probably some hairline acne, but I did that, and I did take care of some of these little fading dark spots, as you can see. So I didn't want to wear face makeup today because I had done I did skincare routine last night. So my skin is fairly clear right now. Like I say, you can see the spots here are fading. Very few little spots that are fresh or anything. So I didn't want to, and I didn't have time for all that either. So this morning, so I did not do face. But for final step for lips, I used this new pencil that I just got, which is the NYX Professional Makeup Retractable Lip Liner, in the shade Cocoa or Coca. I like this. I like this shade. So it actually, I mean, you can barely see it on my lips here, like going around. You can kind of sort of see the outline, and I like that because excuse me, it shows up on my lips. The other one that I had, it absolutely blends in just a tad bit too much. And then for the piece de resistance, I used this is NYX liquid lipstick. It's the liquid XXL liquid lipstick in the shade Undressed. I just bought this Saturday along with that pencil that I just used today. Several of the things I used today, I bought it on Saturday. But this gave me this pinkish nude tone, and I actually really like it. Because it could work as a pink, as you can see. It could work as a flesh tone pink for me, and it does show up as nude. It does read as nude, and I like it. It's more like a dusty rose kind of matte, and I want it matte. It reads as a dusty rose nude matte. And then the other one that I bought the other day, Saturday, is this one. This is more like a peachy, almost a super pink nude, but it reads very well on my lips. So I like both of these, but I chose this one to wear today because I wanted a nude look. I didn't want to wear red. I guess I could have worn red, but sometimes I don't want to wear red. Even though the red lip is my signature, I guess. So, that is literally all of the makeup, and this is the finished look. And you see, I did not need to do too much touching up. I didn't have to touch up my lips, as I did yesterday, which is kind of annoying. But I didn't have to touch up my lips, and I did very little touching up to these eyes. So, yeah, like I say, I am, I was correct in my initial assessment about the multi-use stick. So keeping that in mind, I will now that I know that yes, I was not imagining things, as the little kids like to say, I wasn't tripping. I realized I realized that it was in fact the stick that was doing that, and I had on excellent primer. So and as you can see, it's kind of sort of doing weird things up here. So yeah, but otherwise, I really like the completed look. I like how this turned out. It was quick, simple, and I didn't have to do much to get the desired effect for what I was trying to get. So I want to thank you for watching, and I want you to come back and watch more of my breakdowns, and see, this is the short form content of this, and and of my makeup efforts. And I hope that you guys learn something and you see a look that I do and you go, oh, yay, I want to know what she used to do this. Oh, this is how she did it. And then you go and you find something, you test something, you figure out what you want to do. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back and watch more of my makeup videos later. Peace.